All right, so guys, Codar here, back with another GECK tutorial. Today we're going to be going over how to make an NPC, and we're going to give him basic dialogue. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go into your actors category here, go to NPC, you're going to right click, click new, and it's going to bring up this window right here, and this is the NPC in itself. So the ID is what you're going to see in the GECK, and the name is what you're going to see in the game. So for the ID, I just like to do 3 zeros, and then I just name my character. So this is going to be Colin, and his name in the game is going to be Colin. Just very quickly, the essential right here means that that character can never die. So if you're trying to make a companion who can't die, or you need them for a quest, you'd want to do essential. Then respawn obviously means if they die that they can respawn. If you go ahead and click on full right here, this is just going to show you your actual character, so you can kind of mess around with them and do what you need to do. Your stats on here, this is just going to be the only thing really is just the health that you really need to mess with. This is the special stats and skills. Obviously this works for the player, but you know, the characters don't really need that. So I just like to up their base health a little bit so they're not squishy. Factions, this would be if you're like making a companion or you want him to be part of the factions like the Fiends or Powder Gangers or anything like that. You're going to add that in there right there. AI data, this is just their aggression, their confidence, and assistance. So if they're going to be like a Fiend or a Raider, obviously you'd want them to be as aggressive as possible. Their confidence is going to tell you how long they'll fight for before they run away. So average typically is they'll give up kind of towards the end of their lifespan. Cowardly, they're going to run away from any danger whatsoever. And foolhardy, they're just never running away. And the assistance, if you have them in the factions, helps friends and allies or helps allies. And then obviously their mood, this is just if they're just casually walking around. They're just a pretty neutral. AI packages, this would be if you're doing like sandboxes or anything of that nature. So you could just right click, click add on here, and then you could just look for default sandbox. You scroll down a little bit here, and here's your default sandbox from the current location. And this basically just says, hey, this guy can walk around and interact with his environment. And you know, when the player walks by, he'll say hello, and he'll kind of act like an actual NPC and not just stand in one spot and do absolutely nothing with his life. Inventory, this is everything that your NPC could possibly have on them. So just go absolutely ham with this. Just add whatever you need to. You can click new here. Right click and click new. And then you can just look for, you know, like armor of some kind. Let's see, combat armor. You click on full again. Bam. Now he's wearing combat armor. You can give him weapons, other clothes. You can also go over here, look for your items in here and just click and drag into here. For me personally, right click and click new and just search it is a little bit faster, but to each their own. Face, this is going to be just to actually edit the face, and then face advance is just to go a little bit more crazy with it so you can actually sculpt them and do what you would like to do. And then head parts, this is where you do their hair, their eyes. And then if you right click and click new here, you do beards, and I believe eye patch is also in here, and you do some other stuff with their eyebrows and other things of that nature. And that's pretty much all we need to know for that. Next step is you're going to go into actor data, go to their voice type here, click new, right click, click new again, and then name it again, 00, Colin voice type. This can obviously be whatever you want for your NPC. Go back into your NPC tab, open your NPC here, look for voice type, and you're going to go and you're going to add that voice type that we just made and click OK. That's going to save that. Speaking of which, if you haven't already, make sure you hit save. Next, we're going to actually give Colin some dialogue. So go to actor data, click on quest, right click and click new. Quest name is what shows up in game. So for the dialogue, obviously it does not matter, but if you were making an actual quest, then this is where it would go, and that's what will show up in your Pip-Boy. ID, I'm just going to do my 3 zeros, Colin dialogue, priority 55, start game enabled, and then just hit OK so that way it can actually generate everything. Reopen that bad boy up. Go into your topics tab here. First thing everybody needs is a good old greeting. Right click and click new on your greeting here. Response text, he's just going to be a generic guy. He's just going to say hello. And then we just do that. If you want him to say anything after hello, you right click and you click new down here. And then you can say, what a day we are having. So now he'll say hello. And then the next line, he'll say, what a day we are having. Down here under your conditions, right click and click new, get his ID. And then make sure it is your companion ID. So for me, that's 000 Colin. Okay, value equals 1. That's saying, hey, this is actually this NPC, so he can actually say what he's going to say. Right click down here, click add topic. I always do this. I just right click, I click new, and I just say topic 1 because it's the easiest thing for me to remember. Right click that, click new. On here on topic 1, he's just going to say, you said it, pal. And that's us on the prompt right here. This is what the player is actually able to click on and say in game. So for the prompt, I'm going to say, it sure is. Just very basic dialogue. Add another topic, right click and click new, topic 2. In topic 2, right click and click new. This is just going to be another thing that the player could say. So I'm going to give this a very basic thing where the player says it sure is, and the other one is not for me. And this NPC is just going to say, oh, okay, then hope it gets better. And the player says, not for me. All right. And then on your greeting, you can copy all your conditions here and just paste them in, but you want to make sure that they are pasted into every single topic that you possibly have for your NPC, solely because you want to make sure that your NPC is actually the one saying these things and you don't just randomly have other NPCs in the game saying things. In your greeting thing right here on choices, click on add topic, and you're going to add both of your topics there. And topic 2. So in topic 1 and topic 2, I'm just going to make this very basic. You can add another topic that is just plain old goodbye, but on this, I'm just going to tick goodbye. And anytime you actually tick goodbye, after this is said, it automatically closes out the conversation. So that can be for anything. You can have them say goodbye. You can have a whole string of conversation that they're having. Maybe they're angry with the player and they just end the conversation as is. But once they say, once goodbye is ticked, that is the end of the conversation. Obviously, you can still press E on the NPC and go back into it. One other thing I'll be going over real quick is just the greeting. I'm just going to add another one, and he's just going to say, hello. And another one, he'll say, how are you? Very basic guy. So on this top one right here, I'm just going to have him say this once, and that means that this is the very first time you're ever going to meet this NPC. He's going to say this to you, and then he's never going to say it ever again. And under hello, I'm going to tap on random, and under how are you, I'm going to tap on random. So now anytime after that you actually interact with this NPC, he'll say either one of these things and it'll pick at random and he'll just cycle through it. You could do that as many times as you want. If you want to have a bunch of different unique greetings, they'll just cycle through it over and over, and they'll just keep reusing them. Make sure, of course, that your conditions are in there. Once you're sure that all your conditions are in there, I'm just going to show you guys real quick on how to do the actual voice acting part of it. So obviously right now, this is all text-based dialogue. So when you talk to this NPC, it's just going to be, you read it and that's that. So you kind of have two ways of doing this, and I'm going to show you guys both ways. So the first way is you just click record right here, and then you just speak into your microphone, and that just records it. You can preview it, you can save it, and it automatically just generates a lip file for you, and you're done, you're good to go. So I'll go ahead and demonstrate that now. Hello. You click done, you can click preview. Hello. And then you just click save. And then you'll see the WAV file and the lip file both right here now have Ys. So that means that it is done. You just click OK. I'm going to go on to this next one, what a day we are having. I'm going to press record, and then I'm just going to press done immediately so it generates the file. I'm going to click save now, and that's just blank. Nothing happened. It's completely blank. So now I'm going to hop into Audacity real quick. I'll see you guys over there. Okay, so now we're over here in Audacity, and real quick, I'm just going to pull my GECK back up real quick, just to remember what I was saying, what a day we were having. Now, I'm showing you guys this way and just recording in Audacity just to show you actually how this is done. So this works for if you're doing it in Audacity yourself, maybe you have too much background noise in your microphone and you want to clip that out and you already know how audio editing works. You have another voice actor working for you who's providing you voice work, so they're going to send you all of their clips. Make sure they're in the .wav format. If they're not, you can just convert them online for free. And of course, the final way would just be if you're using an AI generated voice that you found online and you want to just import it into the game. So I'm just going to record myself doing this on Audacity just so I can show you guys how this is done. So what a day we're having. I'm going to go record that in Audacity real quick. Okay, so once your recording is actually done on Audacity, obviously it's going to look like this. I'm assuming you guys, if you're using Audacity, you kind of know what you're doing already. So you're going to go to File, Export, and export it as a WAV file. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go into your Fallout New Vegas data folder, go into the sound and then the voice. You're going to find the name of your mod. I haven't named mine or saved it under anything, so it just says none right now. Call in voice type. And then this right here, this 2, and how you check this is you go back into the GECK and you want to check this file name right here. And that's actually going to tell you exactly what the file needs to be when you save it. Back in here, this is call in dialog greeting 2. So You want to make sure that you know that file name and you want to save it as that. Now, if you have another file, all you need to do is just import it into this folder and rename it to this file name right here, and it'll automatically upload itself into the GECK. So I'm going to click save, and you're going to see that it says, hey, you already have this file. I'm going to click yes to overwrite it. I'm going to click OK. And when I go into the GECK now, and I double click this guy, I click on here, what a day we are having. So it automatically imported that voice for me. And the only thing that I have left to do now is click this little circle right here from WAV file, generate your lip file, and that is going to take the sound from the audio and it's going to generate that lip file automatically for you on the spot. All right. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, that is an NPC with basic dialogue. We're going to go ahead and close that out. I hope this tutorial helped you guys. If you have any further questions, go ahead and leave them down in the comment section below. Leave a like on this video if it did help you. It does help the channel out a lot, and it helps me get to you guys next time. Make sure to add this playlist to your favorite playlist to where you guys can follow along for all the ones that I'm coming out with in the future. And I'll see you guys in the next one next week.